Good afternoon to you. Today, the debates on some major issues. What are the other ICC member countries likely to say about South Africa's desire to get the issue of immunity discussed in that open session?
Indeed. So the other countries are probably going to push for this issue to remain within the chambers of the International Criminal Court, before the judges, and not to be discussed too far by the Assembly of States Parties here, the political body of the International Criminal Court. There's been a lot of concerns from the court about the discussions on these issues of immunity and whether Omar al-Bashir, the Sudanese president, should have been granted immunity because he was on an AU invite to Johannesburg when he attended in June. But the other member countries, the United Kingdom has been quite hard on this, saying that it shouldn't be discussed. But there's likely to be some fiery debates within the plenary session, with all the 123 delegates discussing that issue, and also the Kenya issue about recanted evidence to be used in the trial.
All right, and Jack, what can we expect to come as a result of all of this?
Well, that's what we're waiting to see. I mean, the prosecutor basically says that no decision can be made and nothing can be changed. But the African countries, South Africa and Kenya predominantly, along with many other countries in the African Union, Ghana, the Côte d'Ivoire, have all been pretty strong in their speeches, etc. But they want this to be discussed. The African nations want this to be really fully, openly discussed by the member countries of the International Criminal Court. And they say that the Kenyans are genuinely threatening to leave the International Criminal Court. And when I interviewed Maita Mashabane, the International Relations Minister, the day before yesterday, she said that she would not want to be in a position where she had to choose between the Pan-African commitments, so commitments to the African continent that South Africa feels incredibly strongly about, and membership of the International Criminal Court. She refused to say concretely whether she would be willing to pull the country from the International Criminal Court, along with obviously the rest of the government. But she certainly hinted that she will be very strong in her position that South Africa is committed to the African agenda. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in the discussions, and whether the African concerns can be quelled and appeased. But what happens after that, we just have to wait and see.
All right, Jack, thank you very much for that update. That's our correspondent, Jack Parrock, coming to us live from The Hague in the Netherlands.